Let me refresh my screen. I know damn well I ain't got no almost 5,000 people in here just on YouTube alone, and I got 1,000 likes. Come on now. Come on now. As hard as we put together on this content, I'm gonna need some more likes. Come on, let's get to 3,000. Let's go. Let's stop playing. Now, who's next? Thank you for this picture, Jazz, because this is what he really looked like. And I'm glad you did that, because when I was reporting on him and I said he was ugly, they dragged me saying that man is handsome. Handsome where? This is Tyrone Blackburn. To the wino that tried to check me and say that this was a handsome lawyer and he educated, this what it looked like for real. This why man, don't even get me, because we talking about mental health today. Is it Mental Health Awareness Month? It's Mental Health Awareness Month. Look at her. This is the one that sued Nicki Minaj. Hell, I think they still wrapped up in a damn lawsuit with Jennifer Holdline ass. All of a sudden, she pain and suffering when he got with Nicki Minaj. Why you ain't say pain and suffering when he was with the one named Sexy Red or something like that? I don't know. He done sued T.I. and Tiny on behalf of Sabrina Peterson. Sabrina Peterson, the reason I'm not going to platform her picture is because that's what she wants, okay? Sabrina Peterson was the one that spoke life into him, that helped him when he was depressed, that helped him to realize that he was handsome when he's not, that he was somebody. Whole time this whole practice witchcraft, everyone in Atlanta know about it. This ain't no secret. Whole time she was in a relationship with Tiny, helping them to facilitate threesomes and all that stuff. And then as soon as T.I. put her out the house, because allegedly, I gotta remind them that I be knowing the know. I be knowing the know, okay? She got Tiny something that she couldn't motherfucking get rid of like T.I. But she can't get rid of T.I. So shit. They together, they bonded for life, okay? So, because they invited people into their bedroom and not allegedly getting them tested, okay? So when Sabrina Peterson got kicked out of the bedroom, somehow she met him at a mental health function. He said he was a lawyer in law school and he was depressed at the time, and Sabrina spoke life in him. Now Sabrina's she's a pretty light-skinned witch. And I meant witch. She's suing Shekinah right now. I almost said something. Shekinah gonna blow up my phone. I ain't gonna do that. See, what happens is when you know too much, I be telling people you be forgetting who you talking to. Because, like, this is really what I do. I really be worked like that. You understand what I'm saying, Jasmine? So if you're talking to me, just know everything is on the record. Now, if I say off the record intentionally, then it's off the record. But you can't call me saying, let me be quiet. I'm just trying to reprogram my brain. I'm just trying to reprogram my brain. So Tyrone here, after suing T.I. and Tiny in-laws, after suing, he sued T.D. Jakes recently, and I don't know if he lost, but we covered that. So I don't know if you know T.D. Jakes was sued for allegedly grooming young men, saying that as long as they only slept with him, according to the young boys, at the time, he would take care of them. And they couldn't sleep with anybody else because he didn't want to give anything to his wife. So T.D. Jakes sued him and a lot of other people. One of those people was Larry Reed. But he quietly dismissed his lawsuit when it was time for discovery. So I don't know. I feel like Tyrone probably had one in the bag on that one, but I think he probably took some money on the side because he needed it, because his ass done got indicted. Y'all ain't hear that from me, though. I don't want T.D. Jakes in the Potter house to come over here talking. We just reporting the news up over here. And he did just quietly, after he was very publicly saying he was having a heart attack due to all the Diddy stress, all of that going on. He's stepping down from his church because these little boys were coming out with a conspiracy to take him down and label him as a pedophile. Now he has just quietly slid in a dismissal for that lawsuit. I said, you don't get to do this. No. So Tyrone Blackburn now, after being sued by Fat Joe, because he represents, now Tyrone Blackburn represents Terrence A. Dixon. I need to get an interview with Terrence A. Dixon, but I got to get past him first. Because ain't nobody else going to air Terrence's interview. They ain't going to do it. I'll do it, though. Tyrone, I'm sorry. I just need this story. I'm sorry, Tyrone. You don't look that bad. So Terrence A. Dixon sued Fat Joe for, I guess, royalties that he feels like he's owed because he was a songwriter for Fat Joe. And I was like, I don't know how you were a songwriter for Fat Joe, and Fat Joe got one song. So I wasn't buying that, but then because he's known for very slanderous, extortionist type lawsuits, okay? So Terrence also said, not in the first lawsuit, but in the second amended lawsuit, that Fat Joe allegedly made his, I guess, friend of I don't know how many ever years sleep with underage women while Fat Joe watched. Remember when he told that story about Kaya, calling the police on him because he had a party next door, and there was some underage girls there, and Kaya came online and dragged him. We posted it on the X. You guys, you got to connect the dots here. You guys keep your heads on a swivel here, okay? Okay. But since we interviewed the side dudes, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's a side to the Fat Joe. Like, why would you be forcing your boy to allegedly, and we're going to say allegedly force, to have in front of younger women? That's some Diddy shit, so that you can watch and play with yourself. The voyeurism of it all, okay? So while that Fat Joe was trying to serve Tyrone said, not today. And Tyrone allegedly, I'm glad we got this mic now. That is so amazing. Tyrone allegedly put the car in reverse and ran over the process server. And then ran over him again, okay? Now, the process server allegedly suffered broken legs. He had to have a few surgeries and things like that. And so now Tyrone Blackburn, because Fat Joe said, oh, no, you're not going to sue me and extort me. So he's countersuing Tyrone for representing his ex-friend in that lawsuit in order as a tactic to say stand down because, Jay-Z did it. And, he signed the Rock Nation. That's their tactic. We sue for sue. You sue me, I sue you. Let's see let's see who money longest. I got Beyonce money. So apparently he is now, he was jailed over that. And so now they have formally indicted him on second-degree assault. And so not only is he facing assault charges, he's also facing a lawsuit as well. So Rock Nation is up one again. Oh, damn. Shit. But can you bring me the details before y'all get in these gag orders? Because Rock Nation going to go for a gag order. Watch Fat Joe try to go for a gag order now because I'm trying to interview him. I should have been quiet. But listen, Terrence, if you're watching this, you got 48 hours to get to me, okay? Because it'll take him a while to get a gag order to get me those specifics, okay? I want that. We ain't trying to sue Fat Joe, okay? But I do not believe your allegation that you wrote songs for him and he only got one song. What's that song? Lean back, lean back, lean. That's it. That is all. That is it. Okay? All of them used to play with Diddy. That's where they learned that from. Seriously, I had to write down all these damn specifics because it's so much. Playing on my name. Who's next? True story. I was 37, pregnant, and my ass was on a walker. Why? He took all my damn vitamin D. Now, even though I was taking a prenatal, he took that too, and I was breastfeeding, and he took more. I didn't find out until 3 years later that my vitamin D was so low. I took a test. Here's the test. And as you can see, severely so low in vitamin D3 that they had to supplement me 50,000 IUs, my doctor, okay, at 40 years old. I couldn't walk from my office to my house, which was across the street. I had to wear thick sole shoes just to ease up the pain on my feet. Would have known it would have been a simple vitamin deficiency. And so for that reason, I keep me some vitamin D3. Why? Because it helps the body to absorb calcium to support the immune system so that the immune system won't cause inflammation, which will cause pain. And so this is the one that I particularly use, which is 10,000 IUs. It is flavored. I love that it has vitamin C here. You don't need to take it every day. I would suggest that you do talk to your doctor. You may need a test. Hop on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off this very potent vitamin D3, okay?